Jiu-Jitsu family, how's everybody doing? Here I'm sparring with my friend Bill Stephens. He's a solid blue belt. He's been training for a few years, and down I go. He has this takedown that he learned, and it's a good one. It's very hard to stop. And now I'm underneath his pressure. Bill has amazing pressure. It's very hard to escape once he's on top of side mount or mount, and he is relentless on going for your collar. Right now he's got my collar and he's going for his choke, so my hands have to be very active defending the choke. As you can see, I am trying to block his hand to grab the collar, and in doing so he leaves space, which I take advantage to re-guard, and I have a half guard, but Bill keeps good pressure also on top of half guard. As you can see, he's doing a great half guard passing position where he's switching his hips, pushing my knee. It's very hard at this point for me to counter, and maybe I think I'm trying to re-guard. Yes, he stands up slightly, and you see hands on the collar again. As soon as he doesn't waste time, as soon as he gets on top, he's gonna put the hand on the collar and go for that choke. He's standing up in my guard. He has a solid base when he stands up. It's hard to sweep him. So much like I don't even close my guard here, because I know the closed guard is not gonna do much to him. But if I use some kind of open guard sweep, I believe that will be more effective. But he keeps his base super solid, strong legs, strong base standing up. I am trying to figure him out. I go back to half guard because I feel like in half guard I might have a chance to sweep him. Here I use my arm to prevent the choke, and I'm gonna use it again. When you have somebody doing like a paper cutter on your neck, you lift your arm and you use kind of like your armpit to block that choke. And I re-guard, but he's still in my collar. Bill, like I said, is super solid to lift, to push. It's like a solid structure there that is hard to get off balance. I think at this point I'm thinking about an armbar because his hands are kind of exposed. His arm is exposed, but I think I didn't have it. So I'm trying to pull the arm across too. That's when I tried to go for the armbar and he used that to pass. Look, I swing my leg, but he freed his arm, pushed with his elbow, and knee cut right away. Good pass from Bill. So I'm back in the half guard. So as you can see, I tried to sweep him right there. Half guard is hard to sweep. Open guard is hard to sweep. So I'm trying to figure out how do I get on top. And I think here's where I'm successful. Where I put my foot on his hip, grab with my left hand his foot, and with my right foot I hook him and I push him and he goes down. And I don't think his bottom game is as solid as his top game, which usually happens to guys who are bigger and stronger. They like being on top and they are not as good when they're on the bottom. But Bill has been practicing being on the bottom because I told him many times, practice surviving on the bottom. Practice the position where you're not as good at. So I think I went for the back, and as you can see, his hands are very disciplined, protecting his neck. It's very hard for me to isolate. You see, like I try to push his wrist and bring my leg to trap, but he doesn't let me trap his arm. If I trap that arm, then his neck will be more vulnerable. But he's being composed, and I've seen through years of training that he's become more composed in tough spots. He used to panic more. He used to get tired easier. Right now he's lasting more, and I think here I was able to push his hand, and I reach his collar. So I have the top hand on his collar, and I'm going for the choke, but I don't think I have the leverage to finish. He goes total, and I go for an armbar, and he escaped his arm. Good defense by Bill. Look, he goes total, which now makes the choke a little weaker. I wish I would have thrown my right leg over his shoulder to tighten up the choke. I went for armbar and I fell off the back, and now he's on top, and now I'm dealing with his pressure again. Hand on the collar. Look, his left hand is on my collar right away, and I take that opportunity to roll him. So he goes for mount, but he doesn't have a solid position on top yet. He goes for the choke, and I was able to roll him, and Bill smiled there. But it's good because now he has to work from the bottom. So bottom, open guard, he pushed my leg, and now it's a work for me to pass his open guard. Oh, I go for a foot lock right here to see if he remembers how to defend the foot lock, and he's doing a good job. He's holding my hand, or my collar in this case. I'm pushing his foot through. Look, he holds my arm, and it's not about taking your foot out, it's about pushing it in so I don't have access to his ankle. And eventually he comes on top again, and look, his left hand is on the collar. One more time, I'm able to regain guard, and he just put all his weight on top to pass. Now he's on side mount one more time, hand in the collar. See, I bring my armpit again. Every time people have that paper cutter on the side mount, I bring my arm over and I defend. It's almost like my armpit is the one blocking his elbow from going to the ground. I shrimp out, and I throw my leg over because I felt the space. Shrimp, throw the leg over, and my right knee goes in, and now he's feeling like he's losing the position a little bit. I'm a little inverted here, back to square, and here we are. I'm out of the bottom side mount. I try to leave him, see if I can flip him over my shoulders, but he was solid. At this point I felt he started getting tired. He was not as solid. I tried to hook him, leave him, and he let me push his arm across. So I'm like, how am I gonna outbalance him? Maybe I go for a choke, but then I felt his arm being a little bit over to the side, so I push it to the side, which gives me the opportunity to climb to his back. And I also feel like he's already exhausted. Even though we had one more minute, he flattened out, and I think Bill tapped here, had a hand on the collar, and that was it. As you can see, Bill is tired right now, but he's a great guy, getting better every day. It was a pleasure rolling with Bill, and keep up the great work, my friend. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.